I found a piece here that I'm going to try to use, and it's got a bit of a twist in it. See it rocking there a little bit? Now I've already started planing this a little bit with my hand plane, and decided that maybe this would be interesting to watch. How I take a piece that's twisted and flatten one face of it. Now I'm going to move the camera a bit and try to get this a little closer. I'm going to zoom in here right to about there. You can see it rocking a little bit there. There's a little bit of a gap. Now you might be wondering why I'm using a saw table as a workbench. The reason for that is this. Whenever they manufacture these saws, the tabletops are cast iron, and then they surface grind them. The good companies will surface grind them to real good tolerances for flatness. This is way plenty good, and I don't really, some guys will dial their saws in. I don't really fool with that. This is way good for what I need to do here as far as flatness. I also used the aluminum table for the same reason, only it's longer, of course. But if you look here, you can see, possibly on the camera, I'm not sure if it'll show up, but I've already started taking some swipes with the plane out of this corner. And now I need to do this opposite corner here. Basically, you work this back and forth until you work the twist out of it. Needs some more work. Let's see. Actually, now some people get all excited about hand tools. Me, I just as soon have something with a cord on it. Joiner would make this go a whole lot faster. I know the old hand plane is supposed to be very sexy and romantic for some woodworking types, and they'll go to auctions and they'll get some plane that looks like somebody used for a boat anchor and tune it up, you know, they'll clean everything up and grind it and all that. That is for somebody other than me. I'm not real interested in that antique tool business or hand tools. I know enough to kind of sharpen my blades, and I use chisels once in a while, and of course this hand plane. Generally speaking, I like my power tools. Not that there's not a place for hand tools, but in my business, I can't afford to take my time. If I were doing nothing but custom furniture, and you know, for somebody in some high dollar area of the country, I could afford to do that. Try to run a production shop, and that requires the use of electricity. We're pretty close here. Make a few more swipes. What I basically need to do when it goes through the planer has rollers in the bed and rollers on top. And so whatever you shove through, it will force parallel with the table. So a board may have a twist in it like this, but as it goes through the planer, it's going to twist right along with the it's going to put a parallel twist in, is what I'm trying to say. Not a good thing. That's why you really should have a joiner in your shop. Or actually, I really should have a joiner here. Most of the time I can get by without one. Every once in a while, I need to do something like this. It's not perfect yet, but I'm going to try one pass, see what happens.